Something's lurking, waiting, hiding in the dark. 2, UT's coming for you. 3, 4, the beast is right outside your door. 5, 6, I'm bringing pain in this bitch. 7, 8, you ready? This is too late.
Bringing pain in this bitch.
Too late.
That's like Marshall Lynch running that bitch. I'm bringing pain in this bitch.
Yeah. Ain't gonna lie, I think he gonna make some noise with that shit because y'all ever heard of TISO? It kind of like it's you got a lot of artists that's opening that door up for what I'm saying, a lot of that hood rock, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's different. That's good though. You know. Yeah. That's good. I guess they're gonna go from trap to the hood rap. I mean, me. I think you think trap. You think the trap rap thing is about to come to the end? No.
I don't think that'll never come to an end. I just think that you just have different ways of doing it because it's a way of life. You got to think about how many years it's been going. For us to say that that's gonna end, you then there got to say that way of life is going to end.
Right.
Now once that way of life ends, then yeah, you might see people be like, well, nah, we can't talk about that. But
Well,
it's just like the blues, right? Like the blues just keep morphing, but it's still the blues.
Still the
At the
blues.
end of the day, you know, the youngsters call it pain music, but they spit a lot of, you know what I'm saying? Like I got a lot of artists that come in here that do that's their genre, pain music. It's just stuff that got a lot of chords in it and sound like they just talking about a lot of fucked up shit. Partners passing away in jail. Just
we paint their picture. They say picture.
Like period.
Yeah, that's their picture. The description.
But that's where the blues came from originally, was from that way of life. A lot of the time people were just talking about what was going on in their way of life. But
what about with them using the lyrics and court or the self-incrimination part?
that's just a part of the music game, man. Like they got caught up.
Yeah.
The youngsters got caught up in the fact of it's like they said that doing well, if they gonna do music, you gotta be real. What you saying has gotta be real. And we knew that it wasn't like that. Like even if you was really out here doing certain things, you didn't say what you were doing. You know what I'm saying? But these youngsters, they go and just self-snitch on themselves because they feel like they have to say what they doing, like it's a rite of passage.
It seems like
it's crazy. It's almost a poisonous way of thinking.
It seems like you disqualified from the industry if your record doesn't coincide with what you're rapping about.
No, because there's the audience. If the audience want that, then that's the record company is only gonna sell what the audience wants.
So if you pattern yourself,
rarely that they put something on the artist. That the audience,
right?
The audience didn't ask for,
right? But you gotta have somebody willing to sell it. Somebody willing to sell that what the audience want. That.
Yeah. So they say, oh, that's what people want. Let me get an artist like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they in the studio too, like, okay, this is what the streets want.
Yeah.
In the streets, it's like I said, it's mostly, you know what I'm saying, it's a fresh thing. So it's about young ideas and young movements.
Yeah.
And right now the youngsters like, shit, you gotta say, but you gotta think about it. This shit been going on since like Jeezy time.
Yeah. Well, that's when it really. That's when the turn took, right? That's when it. Right.
Jeezy started saying like real shit. See, Jeezy was one of them artists that he started saying real numbers, real shit that was really going on. I would say that he probably wasn't saying exactly what he was doing, but he was putting so much of a light on it.
And then they say it's like, I'm not a rapper.
Like, even if you wasn't in the streets, you could just listen to Jeezy and you can talk this shit and somebody think he was in the streets.
But wasn't it crazy how they come in and you say, I'm rapping, but I'm not a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
you
see, look,
rapping
I'm
ass
gonna tell
nigga,
you
you
this.
know.
I'm gonna tell you this. I hated that. I
You
always said
know what I'm saying?
because
I'm,
I I'm I don't even like the term street nigga because that's like saying that you somebody that's different from somebody who grew up in the hood. Like if you got this dude who was in the hood, but he went to school and he got good grades and blah 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 this and that. But I'm talking about his best friends is niggas who all out in the streets. He know the streets, know how to shoot dice, know how to do this and that. That don't make him a street nigga that's smart. That just mean that he's somebody that's smart that just happen to know the streets. When you say you're a street nigga, that's like putting you. That's like saying like that's limiting you.
limited. Yeah,
That's like, bro, all I know is the streets. But back to what you were saying, one part that used to always kind of tick me off because I done been on both sides of it. So when I see people say that if you not from the streets, I mean, if you not, if you wasn't born in the hood or done shot somebody or been to jail, then you know what I'm saying. You not. How can I put it? You're not you're not real, you're not from the streets, and therefore you can't speak the things of the streets. But we know that eventually that actually changed in the industry.
So do the streets break an artist first? Like, do you?
Yeah, the
You know.
streets definitely break an artist first, but it's definitely the like they gonna do some homework on you, and that's the crazy thing. But what's so crazy is if once somebody gets some money put behind them, that's all somebody got to see. You want to know what was crazy? All you got to do to blow up in the industry now was just blow up, and I mean just go up, pay to get on a show that got a lot of views and stack a lot of money up in front of you. I say about for the last 10 years, probably even longer, but I'm just gonna give it at the least the last 10 years. That's all you got to do.
It's a
That's all
gimmick.
you got to do to get people behind you.
Yeah, it's
Like he
attention.
got to be about something. He got all that money in front of him. And the whole time that shit belonged to the record label. Like NPCs, right? That's been a big term to pop up in the last year or two. It's an old term though. It's a non-playable character. It's the people that you see in video games that actually move around the video game, got some kind of intelligence. Let's just say Grand Theft Auto.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say the dude who runs Ammunition.
Mm-hmm.
The dude that when you walk in there, you can go in there and buy all the guns and stuff, and he's standing in there all the time.
Mm-hmm.
He's in that bitch all the time. Like that's what he do in the game. Nobody can beat him. Nobody can. If you pull out a gun in that motherfucker, they gonna fuck your ass up. Like nobody can beat him. He's a non-playable character. What you got in this world is non-playable characters.
Playable character.
You got people that we don't even know if they real or not.
Oh, it could be a bot.
They could be a bot. In real, see, look, this was so dope about how the truth reveals itself if you're looking for it. Like what you see right now, right on the internet. That word bot over the last 5 years, it's an old word, old terminology, but it's to a point now everybody knows what a bot is. You know what I'm saying? That happens for a reason because knowledge echoes itself on many levels. So when you see a bot in the digital realm, then there's bots in the analog, which is real life, the flesh and blood. There's some people, bro, I really do believe that's just not
They're
real
not there.
people.
Yeah.
It's like they are just
Artificial fake.
they artificial, and it's only a few of us that's actually real that move through this, and that's why I'm saying that to say this. When you look at the shit that people consume, the shit that we blow, like I seen a tweet the other day where somebody say, look at the people who we made famous, and one of them had Charles and that other lady that wanted to be talking about Charles, your lunch is ready and shit and all of that, and a few other people that was on there, and it's like, yo, that's kind of crazy. Like the way how people is making people famous now, it's almost like the world is kind of retarded. And if you was on Note, you could have seen this a long time ago coming.
So this is like, is it uh, dumb it down, and you have to don't think before you speak.
You know,
Like,
it's just so much. It's so much. People brains is like kind of turned to mush now because they
yeah,
have access to so
so
much
much information.
content.
Oh yeah,
See, you
yeah,
got to think about it, right?
yeah.
Back when I was young, I, we had new albums to come out every few months. Um, you had like different restaurants to come out with different shit. Shit kind of moved at a certain pace to where you got a chance to really focus and enjoy things that you wanted to enjoy. If a new movie came out, Menace to Society, everybody going to see Menace to Society is the talk of the town. All the focus is on Menace to Society, you know what I'm saying? Until the next hood movie come out. And that lie would have been a year or something, you know what I'm saying? And what you got now is microwave.
Yeah.
Just here you go. Here you go.
You gotta
You
keep
want a movie?
on
Here you
kicking
go.
it. Yeah.
Here you go. I'm gonna show you something that's like the wildest shit ever, bro. This shit blows my mind whenever I look at this shit. But I'm gonna show you some popular movies, right? And I want you to tell me what do you notice first of this first page that you see. There's a lot of Christmas movies up there, right?
That's definitely a lot of Christmas movies.
Okay, now watch. I'm gonna go to page 2. You're still gonna be seeing Christmas movies up here. And all of these are new movies. They just came out in 2024. These ain't even old Christmas movies. These are brand new Christmas movies.
So it's like an
Now watch this. We're gonna go to 3. Look at all these new Christmas movies. All these are Christmas movies. Brand new. Brand new. Brand new Christmas movies. Brand new Christmas movies. Now we're gonna go to 4. Look. Christmas, 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 Christmas. Now, what I'm finna tell you is how in the hell is these brand new Christmas movies coming out every year? That means this happened last year.
Yeah.
This happened a year before that.
Yeah.
Like, how many motherfucking Christmas movies is it gonna be before a nigga just say, damn, that's enough Christmas
It's
movies?
enough, bro.
Bro, they dropped 100 this year.
Right.
And probably even more than that, bro. Look, I can still keep going down the line, bro. You still gonna keep seeing Christmas
If you're an actor or actress, you could definitely get a job doing a Christmas
Bro,
movie.
I said this to myself too. I say, damn, maybe that's might need because I plan on doing movies, and I said maybe that's the first thing I ought to do is a Christmas movie.
I mean, if it's popping up like
because
that,
they get
to
play,
the top, yeah.
they gonna get play around the
around holidays. Somebody gonna watch.
Gonna watch your shit.
I like watching how Christmas movies around holidays. It's dumb, some dumb. Most of them be dumb, but yeah, you know. Well, I want to ask you this. Well, given the current state of hip hop and the industry, did you kind of foresee, like, just the like Diddy and different?
Yeah, I can
Just
tell you that.
foresee you see it?
And it's called karma. That's all it is. When you do certain shit, you have to pay the price or be willing to. That's real nigga shit. See, and that's one thing I can say about a lot of niggas who get caught up in the shit that they do. One thing that you can't deny is if they willing to accept willing to accept the punishment for whatever they get.
You think they have time to? You think they have? Real talk. Real talk. So okay, yeah, real talk. I've been doing this. I'm gonna take my lick.
That's how it is sometimes. And you've been able to do it at a big level. And I'm gonna tell you what's wild about it, right? Because you tell me, common sense will tell you, right, that a lot of people done went down way before did it. Hell, R. Kelly, let's talk about the last person to go down before him. R. Kelly went down, 5 years ago? Something like that, maybe?
Something like that.
Now, you mean to tell me Diddy couldn't straighten this shit up when that happened? If he was out here just wilding the fuck out, right? You don't think he say, oh, shit, they got this nigga.
Right.
Let me show. Or do you think his ego was so big,
Right.
caused that it ate him alive, and that he was like, I don't think they'll fuck with me. I don't think they're gonna fuck with me.
No pivot. I'm not gonna pivot at all. I open the eyebrow. I see my boy Kels. I know he's a talented
Let's get
dude.
even deeper though. So we can go even deeper down the rabbit hole, and we can think that these are people who not even thinking, who's supposed to be intelligent enough to run companies and have all these millions of dollars, but don't have the common sense to understand of if I'm gonna do certain shit, to do certain shit on the low. I gotta do certain shit the way I can't get caught. I gotta do certain shit on the low because I know that there's cameras on me and that it's people who laying dead to sue me for any fucked up thing that I might do. So I gotta make sure my nose is clean at all times. What makes somebody just not give a fuck about keeping their nose clean? The only thing that it can be on one hand is that ego. That ego crazy. It can make you crazy and make you believe that you're above the law, which is stupid, which is NPC character. The the P Diddy that I think I know is the P Diddy that would have avoided that shit. So what we got is we might be dealing with an NPC. We might be dealing with somebody that's not even thinking like a real person. Something that's meant to
Get out of
persuade.
this galaxy.
Something that's meant to persuade the people. See, a lot of these actions. See, the world is a stage, and if you in the audience, see, I choose not to be in the audience. That's why I don't watch the news. That's why I don't do a lot of shit because I choose not to be in the audience. Everybody else is in the audience. And see, when you in the audience, you can't help but get a whiff of the show sometimes. And that means that if you sit back chilling, like I done been to plenty shows, but I done been to plenty shows too where I be talking all through that motherfucker. But what I have to realize is that at certain points, I'm like, I'm catching some of the show. So just being in the audience is fucked up. And that's why I try to not even be in the audience, meaning I don't watch the news.
Right.
And I've learned, see, I'm glad that I learned this as a kid, bro. I learned this as a kid, and that's why I always tell people I was conscious at a young age. Because even as a kid, I understood the art of commercials. I understood that, like, just imagine being around somebody who's always kind of known to pay attention to shit, focus on shit, and watching everybody else not focus, watching everybody else be the
Right.
consumer.
Right.
So when I would watch commercials, I literally would say to myself, okay, here's a commercial. I wonder what it is. They have a product, and they showing me this product in a certain way. They putting this commercial together in a certain way for me. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
it's like even if you watch a Nissan commercial, that motherfucker is for you.
It's catered to you.
It's catered to you,
Yeah.
and if it works, it works. If you look at it and you say, "Damn, that's a bad motherfucker," I'm gonna go cop that bitch. Then it worked. But what about that commercial made you want it? Did you already want it, and the commercial highlighted you and made you say that you want it? But make a long story short, I've always understood the art of consumerism and how do you get somebody attention and how certain lights and patterns work to gain people attention. And so when you see the world is like that, and then you see the way how people are right now, just consumers, they like people don't even understand allegory. See, allegory is when a story is told to you, but the story may mean something different than what the allegory actually was. Like I can tell you a story about a bear, but I was actually talking about this. You know what I'm saying? And through allegory, people are getting a lot of things shown to them, and they not catching on to it because it's only really on the cool. Knowledge is for the worthy. Wisdom, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. See, you can get the knowledge, but then knowledge plus the wisdom is the understanding. And that's learning how to use the knowledge.
Yeah.
Wisdom is how to use the knowledge, and that gives you understanding. And so, a lot of people don't understand or even willing to take that. It's like, bro, so much. But I can tell you this though: so many people have awakened in this day and time but a lot of people just really don't, like plain and simple, just don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
it's like a complex math
I mean,
problem.
I
Some
mean,
people ain't trying to feel it. They
right,
not trying to
right.
work that shit out.
I mean,
They know it just by looking at it.
you have a talent, a gift, and you just aspiring, and then you have a gatekeeper or somebody that controls, you know, the thermostat and their preferences.
And that's only if
You
you're trying to go through their channels.
right through their
See,
channel, but it look like everybody that went through their channel,
mm-hmm.
they soul was prickled a little bit. You say like Jaguar, right? What about my boy Sean? What the other dude name is? I mean, so many artists that came through there, they don't have no peace. Look like after the storm.
Yeah, even me. I thank God for a lot of my blessings that
Yeah.
I have, but even me for a while, bro, after I left rapper, like, shit was crazy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I went through a lot of shit,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of that shit was catered to the being in the industry. You know what I'm saying? You learn a lot of shit. It's like I'm glad I don't take nothing back that I did as far as with the Fifth Ward Juveniles or FWC and shit like that though. But I do wish that how can I put it? I do wish that it could have been done better as far as like not in the industry. The industry is an evil motherfucker, bro.
Right.
And it's crazy to say that, and it's hard for me to tell people that sometimes
Right.
because I know what they want. I know they want what I wanted when I was 16.
This is not. They
18
call it
years
not
old.
naivety.
And I
Naivety.
try to tell them that it's like it's
Yeah,
it's
the
evil.
naive part of it, bro.
It's evil because the people who run that side of it. See, if you won't right now, and this is what's beautiful about the internet right now. You can have the internet and you can get to the people through social media. See, at first, you only had the powerhouses controlling all the media, so you could not just get to the people that easy. Right now, the reason why you're seeing people blow up like Desi and all these other people is because you can freely get the people on Instagram. Now, Instagram is set up and Facebook to where now you got to pay to get your shit out more, but it ain't a lot. But
Would you say it's worth it?
hell yeah, it's worth it because all you need is eyes.
Is that promotion?
Yeah, all you need is eyes at the end of the day. And the thing is, though, just like everybody, when you get hot, the same industry that you can be talking shit about, like, man, I ain't fucking with them, or I ain't gonna do this, I ain't gonna do that. That same industry can come back and bite you in the ass.
So would you say independent, save up your bread and go that way if you know that you the type of person that is not with that shit, or still try to pursue a deal.
Yep, I would say,
And like, what does it cost to like promote a song? About 200? Is it $1,000? Is it cheaper? 500, 200,000 to like really get a song going.
um, it depends on, like I said, it depends on how you trying to attack it. Are you trying to attack it to, you can spend fucking 10,000. You can spend 50,000. It just depends on who you know and what's your game plan. Like, if whatever you got to do to get eyes on you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No matter what it is, you can do a viral video.
Right.
You can do something retarded. You can shoot yourself in the foot.
I got one other
Like,
question I
it's
want to see.
retarded. Like, that's the way the world works now. And it's
Oh yes,
funny,
it's
but that's the thing. It really is like that nowadays. Like, even the big dogs understand that we have to promote like this now. Don't you? Can you imagine now that sitting in the boardroom and people thinking like, "Yo, how we gonna promote this album?" And somebody got to stand up and say something like, "Maybe we get him to have a fight with somebody." And it's like, yeah, we got to do that now. Back in the day, you would have said that, like, because people still would do that shit, but now you have to do that. It's literally a part of the game. Like, sometimes when people would get shot or say have to go to jail or something, the record label would just look at that as like a plus.
mm-hmm.
Like, damn, we got the attention now. So when you come home, like, think about 50. 50 got shot supposedly 9 times, right? Man, the record company knew that shit was gonna take off. They like, oh man, the nigga finna hear this nigga the Black Superman.
Well, some people didn't want to touch him. Then some people like we can't.
That was
No,
the blackball shit going on.
it's
Because
like
the
you too
people
hot.
who he had got into it with was some rich motherfuckers who had friends.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people wouldn't want to fuck with you, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people didn't think that his style of music was gonna catch on, like just trolling people. Like this became 50 #1 era. Like he's a #1 troll.
Like
That's
he
what he
walked
do.
on the scene bullying, like yeah,
Just
rob
trolling
rob the
people.
industry.
Yeah, like so it's like people who looked at that shit like that, bro, and slept on him and then let him get the Dre. It's
It's
just
kind of genius how he could grab the whole industry attention or illustrate his demeanor through a song, of how you felt like doing the industry, making you feel like, damn, I see that, I feel that.
yeah, but that's the job of an artist, man, to paint the picture. That's what music is. If you can't paint that picture, bro, you better be an instrumentalist.
Yeah. How was it? Tell us how was it waking up as a juvenile and being signed to one of the hottest record labels in the world, bro? Like rap a lot, like or yeah, just
You say what now?
how
Say it
was
again.
it? How was that waking up? Like take us through like a morning, like before you was signed and then after you signed, like people
It was
get
the same
signed.
shit.
People
It didn't change at
same
all. No,
okay.
it was the same shit, bro. Like
Bro,
I signed to them and it was just the same. I
same
just felt
shit.
like okay, I done accomplished something that I
Something.
wanted to do that I
Right,
know a lot of
right,
people want to do
right.
that haven't done. But
Okay. You know what though? Money was different then than it is now as far as the industry go, huh? As far as artists go, or the different avenues they can earn income.
mm,
That's crazy.
yeah,
That's crazy.
super crazy, bro. But yeah, man, what I learned in this industry, bro, if anything, is that if you love it, it don't even matter what it is in life, not even just the music industry. If you love it, you're gonna just continue to do whatever you gotta do to make it happen because it just becomes part of you. It's just like you ever you ever just sat back and watch somebody do something that you would not do, and you just watch them do it, and they look like they enjoying it, and
Mm-hmm.
you like, man, I would not do that, but
Mm-hmm.
motherfuckers just doing it and enjoying it. That's what the game is. Like it's anything in life. When you see somebody, like somebody might see me and say, bro, how can this nigga sit in the studio all goddamn day? But
Mm-hmm.
to me, it's life.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't see it. I can't see it no other way.
You know one thing I think I'm learning is like if you find something like that you love, you may have to adjust your lifestyle to what it is you love till you blow up, and you keep on doing it. Just keep on doing it. You know what I mean? Like my rent got to be 525 because I'm happy doing this and shit until whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
Bro.
Bro, this is crazy. This is crazy. Like I'm looking at this meme right, and it's showing the dude Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
You ever seen him on his show
Yeah,
that he played
yeah,
in?
yeah.
They turned him to a woman, right? Now look, that ain't the craziest part. The craziest part is him turned to a woman. That's the same face with just a wig on. He looked just like the motherfucker who he be on the show with.
Oh, the girl. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's fucking
That's
crazy,
crazy,
bro.
bro.
I almost thought that that's what it was, and I was like, no, that's
Wow.
him,
Wow.
bro. That's wicked
That's
right
insane how the internet could just grab your image
there.
and
Mm-hmm.
do what they want with it. It's crazy, bro. It's reckless. It's on spot. You know how they
Yeah, I
had
ain't gonna lie. We live in. I don't know what it's like to everybody else. I'm pretty sure to the youngsters, it's probably. But see, I done heard a lot of youngsters when they look back at the '90s and shit. They be like, man, that's the time I would have wanted to
they've been
live
studying
in.
it. They've been studying it.
Yeah, because they
Yeah.
say, bro, this time really is crazy, bro. Like shit. Like,
we
bro,
could,
have
you
you
could
ever
get
heard of the Mandela effect?
the
You
who?
gotta look that up one day.
What's it called again?
The Mandela effect. It's some of the. It's so crazy, right? But thank God that I've had some experiences to let me know that it's true. If I didn't have these experiences, I probably would have been a little skeptical about it. But it's so real that I know eventually I would have believed. But God put it like this, like, nah, I'm gonna put you in ahead of the class a little bit, and you're gonna remember actual moments where certain things have changed. See, this is the point of the Mandela effect. I'm not even gonna. Well, I'm gonna tell you why they call it the Mandela effect. It's called the Mandela effect because they say that some of us believe. How old are you?
47.
Okay. Some of us believe that um, Mandela died back in the 90s. And there's some people who believe that Mandela died like in the 2000s. And that's where it started. They was like some kind of way we got two different time lapse in two different dimensions overlapping each other because you got certain people believing this and certain people, certain people remembering this and certain people remembering that. Now I'm gonna tell you how deep this shit go, right? Do you remember a movie that came out when we were young that was Sinbad was a genie and it was called Shazam?
The name sound good, but I don't remember him
You
being
remember who
that
Sinbad
character.
is though?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Okay. Sinbad played in a movie called Shazam where he was a genie. He had on a little genie hat and shit and all that. You remember that, Ace? No, you really remember it? Because I remember it. But
I thought it was called.
in this time, they say that that nigga, that movie was never made. Um, Everybody who remember that shit is a motherfucking lie. And you crazy. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. When you look at the Monopoly man, I just want you to imagine the dude that be on the Monopoly board, right? When you imagine him, what's on his eye?
He got glasses on, like a glass in his eye.
Exactly, he always had that, right?
Yeah.
No, he don't. He never had that. I can show you the Monopoly man right now. And he's not gonna have that thing on his eye. And they say that's how this shit has always been. And I'm like, you a fucking lie. Now look, they say the monocle, right? This is the Mandela effect. Now I'm gonna read this. It says, last night me and my friend were discussing Mandela effects and other mindfuck theories just for fun. They say, considering that we were not from the United States or Europe, most Mandela effects listed on the subreddit or even the internet aren't very familiar to us. However, the ones that are, such as Uncle Pennybags from Monopoly and his monocle, make us think about it in reality and the reality from time to time. About the discussion we theorized last night, read along with an open mind, of course. So I guess they're talking about how they all remember this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody remember it with the monocle, bro. And see, if you look on these actual pictures, even from the actual place, like even if we click on one where he got a monocle, right?
Mm-hmm.
You'll see that it's saying Monopoly Man monocle Mandela effect because somebody draw the monocle on him because that's what we all remember. We all remember this shit right here. They saying he never had a fucking monocle, bro. I'm gonna tell you something else that they trying to say that don't exist.
You know what though?
You ever had?
I don't really trust those pictures. You probably gotta go back to like
I'm
a
trying to tell
go
you.
back to
I
like
did
a.
research on this. The Mandela effect is 10 years old, bro. The when it start being brought up to everybody.
So they got like a box that's 10 years old that you can see.
People have the old
Old box,
boxes,
and they got
old
the man with the
VCR
thing.
tapes. I'm gonna show you something.
Cause
right?
you know what though?
I'm
Unless
gonna
you
tell
see
you
that.
I'm gonna tell you the proof. This the proof that fucked me up right here. It's Sally Field. I'm gonna tell you a story real quick while I'm pulling this up. Sally Field, right? I remember seeing this when I was a kid. See, me and you the same age, so I know you remember this too. And I know you remember. This is Sally Field when she won her first Oscar. When she won that, she said, "You like me, you really like me." And that shit became like an iconic statement. You know what I'm saying? To where anybody, when they would win an award, they would always joke and say, "You like me, you really like me." Fast forward, the year was 2014. I got a gas bill in the mail, and it was Centerpoint thanking me for being with them for over however many years I've been with them. And on the back of the note, it had an award, a trophy drawn on it, and it had "You like us, you really like us." And it's like, I knew what that came from when I read it. I was like, okay, yeah. So when I tell you that this was the first Mandela effect, bro, this shit, like, I ain't expecting it to do to y'all what it did to me, but the shit chilled me to my motherfucking bones, bro, because I know for a fact what I remember this lady saying. And the fact that you will never find a video of her saying what the fuck we remember her saying. Let me tell you how fucked up this shit is, right? You see what they say? You like me. Sally Field winning an Oscar. Look, you like me. You really no, you love me. You really love me, and that's the part from the Mask. When he said you love me, you really love. He was really making a play on this. What I'm gonna show you is the Mandela effect in real action. This one is. So did they erase the residue? Oh, I know they didn't do the residue video. They didn't take it down. Oh, they took it down. They took the residue video down, bro. I'm gonna tell you what the residue video was.
Yeah.
It was proving that we wasn't crazy, because what somebody did is they went and took all the movies, any commercial, when anybody has ever said that, and the way that they said it was the original way she said it. Because look at this right here, bro.
And I can't deny the fact that you like me right now. You like me.
She never said that. Bro. She said, "You like me. You really like me. Not you like me right now."
Can't
right now
deny
wasn't
the
in
fact
there.
that you like me right now. You like.
She did not say, bro, on everything I love, she didn't say that, bro. And what they did is they went and they showed, bro, what the fuck? They took that video down, bro. I knew one year they was gonna do it, but they fucking really did it. Hold on, let's see something right quick.
Good evening, welcome Mike Side. We're the Effects team. Welcome. So season one episode said, what do you think? And this is I think that's happening.
So people was trying to find different. Oh man, I should have downloaded that video, bro. I know somebody did. They gotta put that shit back up. But what I'm trying to. Oh, here you go. Look, why did it? It didn't. So it is still here. So boom.
In this reality, we have a Sally Field who said, "You like me right now. You like me."
And I can't deny the fact that you like me right now. You like me.
I guess this means you like me. You really like me.
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 You like me. You really like me. You like me. You really like me.
You like me. You really like me.
This is all the movies and times that this shit. Now, if that, why nobody saying it right now? Because it wasn't there, bro. How the fuck did they change a fucking video that happened in the 80s, bro? And the thing is, this is what they saying. that we just in a different timeline. Like, okay, there was a peanut butter that we used to all eat when we was kids. Don't say Peter Pan. We ain't talking about Peter Pan. That's not what we're talking about. There's another one though that everybody used to get. Like this was the number one peanut butter when we were kids. What was the name of it?
Jiffy?
Say it again.
Jiffy?
Jiffy never existed. They say that it's been called Jif our whole life.
Jeffrey? Yeah.
It's been called Jiffy. It's Jiffy. You right. But they saying we wrong, bro. It's called. They say it's been called Jif our whole life. It's
Jif.
never been Jiffy.
Jiffy.
That's a fucking lie. That's a lie, bro.
I remember a while.
Look, I'm gonna show you some shit, bro. This shit here, it's like I said, I wouldn't have believed this shit if it wasn't for God putting me in positions to really learn this shit, bro, and pay attention to times that it happened to me. I'm gonna tell you one that got something to do with Nige, and it actually got something to do with how it happened to me in the fucking third, maybe second grade, bro. And that's how I know this shit been happening. This ain't nothing new. This is just shit that nobody ain't been paying attention to. Because, bro, one of the main Mandela effects is the Berenstain Bears, bro. Let me tell y'all something about the Berenstain Bears. When I was young, I used to fucking check that book out all the time. That was my favorite shit. It's Berenstain Bears. If I went to the library, I was like, nigga, I'm getting the Berenstain Bears. That was my shit. I knew how to spell the Berenstain Bears forwards and backwards. Forwards and backwards, I promise you. And the reason I call them the Berenstain Bears because of the way that the end of their name was spelled. It was actually S-T-A-I-N. It actually looked like it said Berenstain. That's not what goes on. That's right now. And look, let me tell y'all this first. One day I was sitting in class, right? This is when we used to put our books right up under the desk. And one day I was just bored. And you know how your desk got the little arm that come around with the little desk in front of you. I was leaning like this, and I was looking at the books in my desk. And they were in my desk upside down. So I could actually look like this and see them right side up. And I remember seeing Berenstain and did not know, bro. I did not know why something. It's almost like something was doing this. But I was so out of touch at that moment that I just did not respond, but it made sure that I never forgot that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Because see, probably what I did at that time was think like, yo, I probably was tripping. I was like, oh shit, I've been reading that shit Berenstain this whole time, and the whole time it's Berenstain. It's S-T-E-I-N. Oh yeah, I've been tripping. So that's probably what I thought when I was a kid. Come to find out, this is one of the things that made people know that it was what's the name going on, because if you look at how this shit is spelled now, hold the fuck up. And I'm explaining this to y'all too. Hold the fuck up. Hold on, I'm about to ask my wife something right quick. I'm gonna put it on speakerphone so y'all can hear it. Let's see if she's still on. You asleep? Okay, never mind. I was about to ask you something. No, don't worry about it. Okay. Okay, so boom. Berenstain Bears changed the Berenstain Bears sometime between March 2006 and 2018. How I know. So what I was about, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. This shit, see, anybody who would bring this up to you would make, this shit is designed, and this is what the author of Confusion shit is about, right? That's some real shit, because this shit was designed to cause confusion amongst the people, bro. Like there's a movie called Yesterday. Let's see if we can see the Yesterday. Hold on. Yesterday was is a movie about a dude. It explained this whole shit to you too. But Yesterday is about a guy. This guy used to play guitar, and he played in bars, like dive bars, and he's a cover guitarist, meaning he goes in there and he plays Beatles songs and all of that kind of shit, right? He play all these songs for the Beatles, from the Beatles. And so if you in a bar and he's just up there playing the guitar and he playing the actual Beatles song. So one day he leave and he get hit by a bus. And when he get hit by the bus, he ends up in the hospital. When he wakes up, he can't. When he wakes up, he find out that his manager is in there, and his manager done brought his friends. It's about 3 of his friends, and they tell him that his guitar got smashed when the bus hit him and shit. So he like, oh man, they bought him a brand new guitar. So in the hospital, they give him the new guitar. So like naturally they say, play us something. So he go to play, and he plays a regular song like from the Beatles, and nobody in the room know who has ever heard that song before. Right. They actually think he wrote it. Wow. They was like, yo, who the fuck wrote that song? And he say, stop bullshitting. He say, that's the Beatles. And they say, the who?
Damn.
And he say, no, that's another group. He said, no, it's the Beatles. And they say, you never fucking heard of no Beatles? Right. It was like, that's the most beautiful song I ever heard in my life. And so he trips out because he finds out, bro, in the long run, that he got knocked into another dimension. When he got hit by that bus, he woke up in a world that looked just like where he was at. The same people, same everything. Except nobody knows who the fuck the Beatles are.
That's crazy.
So guess what? It's just like you waking up in a world where nobody knows who Lil Wayne is, right?
Right.
And you know all the Lil Wayne songs, though, because where you was just at,
right,
everybody know who the fuck Lil Wayne. I know all the Lil Wayne shit.
Right.
But you go to the other, and you rapping that shit, and everybody like, bro, you the dopest rapper we ever heard. And you like, yo, y'all don't know who Lil Wayne is? Right. Like, Lil who?
Right.
Bro, that's what this shit is, bro.
Copyright. Oh, it's all that? Oh, damn.
That's what this movie is about.
Oh, wow.
That's what the Mandela effect is about, bro.
Crazy.
It's about the change. Like, it's so deep, bro, that I promise you, if you can't, if your mind can't like get a grasp of what this is, I suggest that you try to, because it's really like some people, like I said, got an NPC mentality. They don't really care about what this reality is, and all motherfuckers just be like, hey, I'm hungry. I need to go give me something to eat. And I need to go to work, and I need to go to sleep. But nobody really understands like what this really is. What is this reality? What is the Matrix? It's not what you've seen in the movie, but it's something similar because the movie was allegory. You know what I'm saying? So we are in a world that we can't see, smell, or taste.
Allegory.
But it's not real though. This shit is cool, and the only real things in this world is love, music, anything that's like God created us. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of this stuff, bro, is superficial. And it could be digital. We never think that it's digital, but what we finding out more and more is that it's got to be digital. Why? Because this shit, bro. And then look, why would they start coming out with these movies around right before 2020? It's like we were already talking about it, but then they started talking about it. It's like there's a movie actually on YouTube If y'all get a chance, you should watch it. I don't know if it's still free though. Let's see.
Is it on YouTube?
It was free on here. It's the actual real. What's the name? The real. They did a real motion picture called The Mandela Effect, where it's a dude. It's dope. I ain't gonna lie. This is a badass movie. Right here.
Mm-hmm.
It's the actual movie. Hold on. That's the whole movie too. Yeah, they got the whole movie.
How many?
I ain't gonna lie, this whole live. If y'all watch this movie, bro,
What's the name of it?
it's called Mandela Effect. It's a live ass
Okay,
movie, bro.
okay, okay.
It
So
would
YouTube?
explain everything to what I'm telling you.
Yeah, yeah.
This dude, he loses his daughter,
Mm-hmm.
and when he find out, like, it's the way he gonna find out about the Mandela Effect is just like everybody is, just like I'm telling y'all now.
Dang.
Except this is a movie.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna find out about the Mandela Effect. He's gonna, his daughter, something gonna happen to his daughter, but he gonna bring her back
Mm-hmm.
because he gonna realize like we live in a multi-fabric universe.
Mhm.
So he just gonna go to one of the fabrics where she still exists, and you gonna see him trying to make that shit happen. And it's like, bro, it's gonna make you. I'm gonna just tell you this: if you ain't ready, if you're not ready for your world to be like turned upside down, then I suggest that you don't get into the Mandela Effect because it'll make you start to see things totally different. But it will make your understanding of God broad. You will understand that when you ever hear people say, man, the things of God, man, will just blow our mind, it's true.
Mhm.
Like, you have no idea what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And what you think you know, yeah, no fucking idea. I promise you. Yeah, no idea. And that's the beautiful thing about it, because that's what wakes me up every day. Just the wonders of the world, bro. The wonders of the world. Damn, I gotta walk ice. No, ice like, nigga, it's 1 o'clock, you ain't even fed me.
Yeah, Ace, that's
But yeah, bro, y'all gotta get into that shit, man. That shit is, like I said, that's what keep me, other than this music, the shit that keep me going, bro, is the things, anything that they label conspiracy, because I understand the powers that be put the word conspiracy on things. Like conspiracy, even though people think of that as a noun, it's a verb.
mm-hmm.
Because as soon as it's put onto something, people just tend to look at it and not be serious about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't understand that there's so many people on this planet that I can explain some of the most crazy, most I'm talking about crazy things about our existence. And most of the time, they don't even want to hear it because, like I say, it will flip your shit upside down. You will be like, damn, I had no fucking idea. And bro, I'm telling you, we live in a crazy world, my brother.
They get scared. They're scared to hear it. Scared to see it.
There it is, right there. It's fear. And see, in
That's
this
what they
world,
try to pump on you.
in this world, you're gonna live by one hand or the other, and that's fear or love. If you live under the umbrella of fear, everything under fear is you're gonna live a life of stress. You're gonna live a life of a whole lot of fucked up things happening to you. When you live a life of love, bro, that's fearless, because you can't have fear and love. Just like fear is loveless. Like, you can't have love and fear. So when you really in love, bro, and fearless, bro, you can move around this planet like you want to. Really how you want to. But it's the ones that just operate in fear. And think about it. The powers that be, they the ones that try to install fear on everybody. They fear monger because once you in fear, you in low vibrating. See, that's the difference between vibrating high, vibrating low. When you in fear, you vibrating down here. And your body tells you. When you vibrating in love, it feel like your brain, the top of your head is buzzing. When you in fear, you feel that shit in your gut. It's in your bowels of in your body on the cool. I can explain some shit to y'all, man, one day. One day we're gonna do it, because it'll take me too long. But bro, I'll show you how the body is like it's you traveling within your body. Your soul is really inside of a temple, and the temple is your body. Like when you hear that, that's true, but some people just don't understand further into the allegory. You know what I'm saying? They just don't. They just don't, my G.
So you checking it out?
I'm probably about to laying down, free myself.
Dig that, man.
Sheesh.
This is how.
Another nigga, what nigga was talking about gonna do, but he done waited too late. Too motherfucking late, man.
Yeah.